Guys and girls, it's Know It time!
Alright guys and gals, welcome back to another exciting day of vlogs. Today, your topic is on solving log equations. Solving log equations. That's your topic for today. Okay. Now, solving log equations, for most people, they really like it because they know the rules by heart. If you haven't memorized the rules by now, you're going to be destroyed when it comes to solving log equations. Guys and gals, it's Know It time. Your favorite time of the day. Seriously, it's your favorite time of the day. And here's how it works. In order for me to start off, you need to know something called domain of a log function first. Domain. Okay. I can't teach you solving until you master domain. To understand domain, we're going to just do some trial by error stuff. Let's just do basic examples. Log 100. You can do that in your own, in thinking about it, too. And then, I went so far as log of 1. 0. Okay? But, what the heck is log of 0 then? Try this on your calculator. Try it on your calculator. Error. So, we're going to say error. Okay. Let's try log of negative. Maybe negative 100. Maybe 0 is just an unlucky number. Like in Chinese, number 4 is unlucky. So when the Chinese people go buy a condo, they never buy on the 4th level.
Really?
Yep. That's considered unlucky.
Doesn't it mean death or something?
I don't know what it means. I'm not Chinese. Sorry?
And the license plate is always 888.
Yeah, because 888 symbolizes lucky. So when you go, that's why on Vancouver condos, level 4 is the most vacant in all the Asian areas because they consider it unlucky. Okay. I was about to buy on the 4th ground, and my friend says level 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah. So anyone who's taken.
That is complete nonsense.
And because why? People are superstitious.
Mr. No.
Hi.
But you said you were going to buy a condo in the 4th floor. What happened?
Oh no! Then my friend told me don't do it because it's bad luck. So I'm like, all right. Log of negative 100. So punch this in your calculator. Error. So would you agree, based on just a bunch of trial by error, that let's write a few things down. You cannot log a number less than or equal to 0 based on just some trial by error numbers I plugged in. So I'm going to make an assumption. You cannot make a log number less than or equal to 0 because 0 doesn't even work. So if I teach, you can't equal to 0. It said you can, or can't or equal to 0. Okay. So let's say I go log x minus 3, and I ask you find domain. The first thing you should always do is we always want to figure out what the heck this restriction has to be first. So we're going to work with this bracket right now. Find your domain. We know that inside this bracket, we're going to write down x minus 3 has to be greater than equal to 0. Because I just showed you, I cannot log a number less than 0 or 0. So my x, so whatever this number in this bracket, it has to be greater than, or sorry, not equal to 0, greater than 0. So would you agree, whatever my answer for x is, I has to be 3? I cannot sub in a number smaller than 3. I want you to find the domain for here. Log 10x minus 5 plus 99. What's the domain of this going to be? I'm going to pause it, let you have some fun. See, I look at this question, and a lot of you say, so how does 99 play a role? 99 doesn't matter anything, because all I care about is what's in this bracket right here, because that's the only thing that I'm logging. So I'm going to write down 10x minus 5 has to be greater than 0. Go ahead, solve. And Robert, what's your x going to be? 10x is greater than 5, so what's your answer? X is greater than? 0.5. Guys and gals, that's it. So whatever I have for x, whatever I solve, it better be greater than that. If it's not, it can't be a solution. You're ready now how to solve for x. Here we go. This is where my lesson kick starts. When you first started Math 12, I said there are 22 rules you got to remember by heart. I've taught you 4. I'm going to teach you another 3.
Right now?
Yep, right now. These are my own special unique 3s. Never shown to you, never revealed to anybody till now. I call these 3 hidden rules of log. 3 hidden rules of logs. 3 hidden rules of logs. You will never find these rules anywhere in the textbook because they're hidden. I will reveal the secret to logs to you now. You're ready for it. Rule number 1. And it's a lot of writing you're going to do for this one. If x is in the exponent, if x is an exponent, try to make your basis the same. If x is an exponent, try to make your basis the same. Very simple. If this doesn't work, then you need to log both sides. To log both sides. It says this, if x is an exponent, try to make your basis the same. If that doesn't work, you need to log both sides. Rule 1 done. Rule 2. If you have 1 log on each side, then you can cancel the logs. I want you to highlight one word here. The word I want you to focus on is this, 1 log. Not 2, but 1. That's crucial right there. It only works with 1 log. 3. The last hidden rule. So far, I've taught you 4 plus 3 hidden rules. That's 7 altogether. You only have 15 more rules to work with. If you have 1 log on one side and a lone number on the other side, if you have 1 log on one side and lone number on the side, then you can convert to exponential form. So it says this, if you have 1 log on one side and a lone number on the other side, then you can convert to exponential form. I'm going to write one last disclaimer. Put a star beside this, because I know a lot of you will come back to me and say, Mr. No, I follow your instruction. How come I got it wrong? These rules only apply, put a star, rules only apply if you are solving for x. Solving for x. I can't use any of these. I can't use these rules if I start doing other things. A lone number. Where? A lone number. Just like you know how you're alone sometimes?
Isn't it alone one word?
Oh, I ran out of room. Yeah. So guys, these rules only apply if you're solving for x. So don't use it whenever you just feel like using it. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Once you have the trick, this is hidden rule. These rules, I guarantee you, you will not find them. These are my gift to you. This is my hidden gift. Hidden rule gift that I give to my students, everyone that goes to grade 12. Oh, whoa, it's not on? It's on. Here we go. I'm going to give you a question before you even start. A lot of people, what they do is they try to tackle it and beat it down right away without thinking about it. Your task is to tell me what hidden rule do you see. That's all we're going to do. We're not even going to solve it. I want you to tell me what hidden rule this is. Okay, what hidden rule is that? Let me ask a random student. Randeep, you're up. What hidden rule do you see? Nope, don't look up. What hidden rule is that? Oh, nope. Clean, what is it? See? Hidden rule number 2. If I have one log on one side, one log on another side, what can I do with this according to my hidden rule? So I want you to cross out the log right now. Oh my god, Mr. No, is it that easy? It is that easy. 3x minus solve for x. Go ahead, take a minute and solve for x right now. I'm not like Robert, chop. So move it over. Yeah. Negative 2x equals to negative 6. X equals to 3. Now, before you even do this, there's one thing that none of us did. And that was I write this down, star. Find your domain first. This is a crucial thing because 3 may not work. You have to go back to each. I have 2 brackets here. I want you to find the domain of each bracket right now. Okay. Let's look at the first bracket. My first bracket, my domain is x is greater than negative 4. My second domain is x has to be greater than 2 over 3. Now, some of you students know, what do you do when you have 2 different domains? One domain rules them all. Which domain? The bottom one. Would you agree if a number is greater than 2 or 3, it's also greater than negative 4? So this is the domain that rules them all. Okay, that's the one you focus on. Then I compare my answer. X is 3. I look at my domain. Hey, look. 3 is indeed greater than 2 over 3. So we know 3 works. If 3 doesn't work, that means we have no solution. So domain is key. Ryan, question.
You can't have a negative domain, right?
What do you mean negative domain? As negative x? You could. I'm going to show you how. It depends on the question. So let's say you have it depends on what this is. That's why I can't give you a precise detail and give you a question for try it. Try this one again. Before you tackle the question, analyze. See, what hidden rules am I using? See, the question says solve. If a question says solve, we know it has to be hidden rules right off the bat. Log base 3 of 2x minus 1 equals to 2. Oh, you shouldn't be flipping back. You should be looking and say, oh, I know the rule by heart. If I hear paper flip-flopping, it means you don't know have the rules memorized yet. Nisha, what rule? Rule 3. Camille, what rule? Rule 3. By heart. Rule 3. Abraham, what's the rule 3 by heart? Convert it to exponential form. Look, I have one log on one side. See? Very simple log. A lone number on the other side. Convert this to an exponential form and solve it from there. But before we do that, don't forget my domain. I always focus on the domain first because I want to double check. If you don't have your domain, what happens is there's a chance you may make an error. Raj, do you have an answer for to guess for the domain?
Is it greater than 1/2?
It See, we let 2x minus 1 is greater than 0. That whole bracket has to be greater than 0. That was my rule to you. I move it over. X has to be greater than 1/2. If my answer is not greater than 1/2, something's wrong. There's no solution. Guys, go for it. Okay, I'm going to pause it, let you try this out. Again, 1. Alright guys, so once you get it here, hey look, it follows hidden rule number 3. I'm going to use exponential form. 3 to the power 2. Again, I'm not rushing this. I don't need to rush it. I'm just doing it step by step what I would have done. And I simply solve it now. 3 to the power of 2 is 9. 2x minus 1. And again, I'm going to just save some time. X equals to 5. Before I even see it, hey look, 5 is greater than 1/2. It works. Life is good.
And if it didn't, you guys know something.
If it doesn't, you have no solution. That's correct. So that was pretty easy. Try it. See, that was my easy example. Easy. Try something cheesy. Cheesy. Good luck with this one.
It's a nice day outside.
Nice day outside, yeah. Try this one. I want to see how far I can push you guys before you hit a stumbling block. Log base 5 2x minus 1 minus log base 5 of x equals to 0. I'm gonna pause this. I'll give you a hint. Before you, what rule do you see? 3? But 3 says if you have 1 log on one side, but how many logs do you have on the left side? I'll give you a hint. You gotta do something with that too. So somebody asked, Mr. No, can't I move this to over here? Yeah, guys, go ahead. You can move it over there. Because if you...
Is that going to be wrong?
No, it's fine. Log 5, see 2x minus 1 equals to log 5 of x. But before I even do that, I should have done, Sean, what should I have done? Domain. So guys, get into the habit of doing domain. The reason why is if you don't do your domain and you get an answer, I will guarantee you there will be an answer that does not work. Okay? Find your domain for each one of them. In this one, 2x minus 1 is greater than 0. X is greater than 0. X is greater than 1 over 2. One domain rules them all. Find it. Bana, which domain rules them all? Is it this one or this one? This one. This domain rules them all because if a number is greater than 0.5, it's also greater than 0 by logic. Guys, gals, hey, 1 log on the left side, 1 log on the right side. Baby, bye, bye, bye. And now you're left with 2x minus 1 equals to x. You can easily... The answer is indeed 1. Is it easy? It is easy. The reason why? You have to know log rules. If you don't have these log rules burnt in your head, you're going to lose a lot of marks.
Relax.
Breathe. Breathe. There'll be more questions where I guarantee you're going to get... You'll be like, oh my god, Mr. What the... Oh, try this bad boy. Good luck. Log.
You guys have a big belt now. Why do you have to say that?
What? Well, it's going to be for a whole... Well, you're going to end up doing a question like that anyway.
After this, I'm going to give you my super no question for today to earn your cards. Equals to log.
What's the super no question?
No, that's not your super no question. Not yet. There's going to be one, but not yet. It's going to be after this. I'm going to build Jeff first before I crush you.
What are you doing here?
What rule do you see right now? None. Why can't you? Why isn't there a rule? There is 2 logs on here, 1 log on here. The closest rule I have is this one, where it says, if you have 1 log, but the problem is, the left side has 2 logs. I'll give you a hint. get rid of those. So guys, see, this looks like a type 2. Only problem is, look, I have one log here, and oh no, you can't have 2 logs. So there's a plus sign. Back in the days, you learned Fab 4. Fab 4, merge them together. Giselle, what rules is this for Fab 4? Multiplication. So some of you use division. I'm gonna take this, multiply with this, I'm gonna get log. Watch what I'm gonna do. X minus 4 times x equals to log base 2 of 5. See, no tricks. Megan, what did I do now? Hey, look, 1 log on left, 1 log on right. Baby, bye, 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 done. Okay, and you're just left. Write down what you have left. You have x squared. Oh, be careful with this. Minus 4x equals to 5. Some of you got up to here. I'm gonna give you a hint. Some of you say, what do you do now? Move the 5 to the left side and equate it to 0. X squared minus 4x minus 5 equals to 0. And when I got to here, now this goes back to grade 11, grade 10. It starts with an F, third letter is the C, factor. Okay. Factor. To factor this, I'm going to ask myself, 2 numbers multiply together give you negative 5, add together give you negative 4. 5x minus 5 x plus 1 equals to 0. But we don't stop there. That's called factoring. I want an actual answer for x. X equals to 5 and one more. What's the last one? Negative 1. Now some of you say, what the heck? Where did that came from? If you're stuck on where these numbers came from, you're going to set each bracket to 0. X minus 5 equals to 0. See? X plus 1 equals to 0. I solve for x. X equals to 5. X equals to negative 1. So a lot of you say, hey, this is easy, but so high five your friend and you're done. But if you high five your friend, I'm going to come around and smack you silly. Why is this wrong? Domain. Because I mentioned one thing. If you don't have the domain, a lot of you will think what you get is your answer. I want you to go back and find your domain here. Okay. And domain, I'm going to do this on the side. X is greater than 4. That's one of them. X is greater than 0. But one of them rules them all. This is your key domain. But I have, so your domain is x is greater than 4. But look at this. I have 5 and negative 1. One of these numbers doesn't work. Reject. So you have to say this.
Wait, so is it, you use a bigger number?
Yep. You have to reject negative 1 because my domain is right here. Domain says x has to be greater than 4. No exceptions. So my true answer, if you do not reject, I will reject your answer. If you either reject or I reject.
I don't understand. How do you know which one to use?
Here's the question. You have 2 domains, right, Grumpy? One is x is greater than 4. One is x is greater than 0. Ask yourself, if the number is greater than 4, is it greater than 0? Yes. But let's say if a number is greater than 0, is it greater than 4? No. So you want to choose the one that rules them all, the 4. Okay? So guys, gals, your only answer is x equals to 5. No exceptions to this. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you your supernova question for today. Let's see how we can figure this one out. Oh, what happens to supernova questions? You get cards. Collect 10 cards, and I'll give you level 2 cards. And level 2 will be a very generous reward. Very, very generous. Because remember, there's no test rewrites. Some of you say, Mr. Snow, can I do corrections for my quizzes? Can I do test rewrites? Guys and gals, there are 5 levels you got to collect all together. Get all 5. Let's see who can get up to level 5.
Level 5 card?
Huh?
Level 5 card?
There is a level 5, but I can't show you a picture until you actually earn it. Good luck with this one. Should I make it easy or cheesy? Cheesy. Oh, This one scares me just looking at it. Log base 5 of 2x plus 1 equals to 1 minus log base 5 x plus 2. Wowzers. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes just to crack this. In 5 minutes I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to pause.
Yeah, come with me.
Here we go. First of all, here's what I know some of you made errors. Some of you decided to cross out the logs right away. You can't. What's your answer?
2x plus 6 x minus 1.
Nope. See, a lot of you try. You can't cross out. The reason why? You do have one. Yes, you say some of you say, I have one log here, one log here. But look, there's a outsider sitting there. It has to be pure 1 logs. You can't cross out because there's one. Whoa. So, why don't I move this log to the left side right now? Let's move to the left side. So you got log base 5 2x plus 1 plus log base 5 x plus 2 equals to 1. But before I do this, of course, I got to define my domain. Domain x is greater than negative 1/2, x is greater than negative 2. There is only one domain that rules them all, and that is going to be 1/2. Because if a number is greater than negative 1/2, it's also greater than negative 2. Guys, gals, look at this. I have 2 logs in this side and a lone number in this side. Think about what you can do. Jasmine, what can you do with these 2 logs? Oh, you can't factor. Merge them. See? You got this Fab 4. Fab 4 always plays a role.
Mr. No, why can't you cut them out?
Because there's a number 1 here. It has to be pure 1 logs on each side. Can't do anything else. Okay. So this gives you log base 5 2x plus 1 x plus 2 equals to 1. Now, I'm going to get you this as you have 1 log here and a lone number here. Gary, what did you do now? Exponential form. Rewrite this in exponential form now. So everyone does say, hey, Mr. I understand this. Well, actually, we're going to go back to drawing board. Say, Mr. No, I can use some more practice with this. 2x plus 1 x plus 2. Guys, gals, go ahead and expand out the right-hand side. Okay, let's expand this out now. FOIL. So a lot of you, I hope you remember how to FOIL. So that gives me 5 equals to 2x squared plus 4x plus x plus 2.
Is it 3?
Nope. So this becomes 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Because I always like to get it equal to 0. Would you agree? How do you factor when there's a number 2 in front?
You bring it to the back.
No.
You find your numbers and then divide your value by 2.
Nope. Here's what you're going to do. Back in grade 11, 10, you take the number 2. If there's a number in front of your coefficient, you take 2 times negative 3, which gives you negative 6. You're going to find 2 numbers, multiply together, give you negative 6. Add together to give you positive 5. Think of 2 numbers right now. Multiply together, give you negative 6. Add together to give you positive 5. Nope. Negative 6 and positive 6 and 1. So we're going to write this as 2 brackets. It's x plus 6. X minus 1. So far so good? But we're not done yet. Yep. No, we're not done yet, guys. We have a lot. Factoring's not over yet. See, normally you would be done. Only problem is this. I have a 2 in front of x squared. You're going to divide each one of these numbers by 2. So we're going to divide this by 2 and this by 2. You have to. This is the step a lot of people miss out on. If there's a number in front of x squared, You got to divide that by the coefficient. Give me 1 second due to time constraints. So I'm going to simplify this. This is x plus 3. X minus 1/2. What does x equal to in each case? X equals to -3 and 1/2. I look at my domain. Oh, don't forget, do I use both of them, one of them, or none of them? And I look at this. Hey, see? My domain says x has to be greater than -1/2. -3, so I call this a reject. On your exam, please indicate the rejects. And this is your true answer. And I circled that. That's the level you have to function at. So I'm going to give you some practice questions for homework. We're going to spend another day on this. This isn't over yet because you need to master this before I can move on. Page 38. Numero.
Are you gonna mark our quizzes today?
Oh, not today. Bell's going to go in 2 minutes. No, A, come on, that's cheesy. 2, 3,
MC Jasmine.
4.
Wait, so we're not doing number 1?
Nope. Number 1, I need to teach you. I didn't have time to go over. I didn't have time to go over number 1 yet. Rule 1, 2, 3, 4. You will have a quiz on this.